Really just gotta pull up the game at this point. Eventually is game even working? Okay, we're restarting the launcher because it is just not working. There we go. Okay. So we got something new tonight. If I could get into the login queue first. We switch over to FF. There we go. Oh, hey, it's actually still working too. I don't want the chat in game on the screen. So instead we got Twitch chat. Just covering the chat exactly and nothing else. Yeah, I just don't want chat like in game to show up on stream. I don't want anyone to be able to you know, say anything. So you know, instead we got this. Okay. Got lots to do. And none of those things are going to be crafting today. So, we have a warrior quest, a white mage quest, a scholar quest, and a summoner quest, alongside a pugilist quest and a thaumaturge quest. So, lots of things. We already have the pugilist quest accepted, so we're going to start with this. Just kind of go from here. Oh, we also have a new little minion. I earned this guy on a fishing boat. So. Oh, there he goes. As always, we're gonna just sort of start with some nice, calm class quests and go from there. Oh, that's our AoE. I kind of forgot we had one of those. All right, we're out of here. Oh, that is all we had to do. Okay. You already mastered the Snap Punch combination. Crikey, Miku, you're a natural at it, just like I was. Not to brag, but I happen to be a veritable storm of flying fists when the mood strikes me. I treat you to a demonstration here and now, except I'm liable to tear down the entire guild in the process. Master Hamon is a penchant for regaling us with tales of his exploits, but these never amount to a demonstration. His favorite is his victory over the fearsome marauder Wide Axe, whom he felled with a combination so swift and seamless they say you couldn't see his hands, or so the legend goes. Oh, that one never gets old. Our dearest master's humility aside, your progress is truly astounding, Miku. If I don't keep you on my toes, you're like to surpass me in a matter of moons. Just between you and me, Chuchuto's been in a slump of late. It all began when her closest friend and guildmate suddenly up and disappeared. Rurukuta's the lad's name, and he and Chuchuto joined the guild together. The two of them were born to refugees and were orphaned in the calamity. Not long after I was made the guildmaster, I found them on the streets, starved near to death. I did what any decent man would. I took them in and clothed them and fed them. When they were strong again, they said they wanted to become pugilists like me, and so I trained them as well. Since then, they've been best friends and rivals both, one helping to raise the other up. Would that we knew what's become of Rurukuta. But we're talking about you, Miku. You've impressed me yet again, and I would hope you would continue to do so. Keep up the good work, you hear? Okay, so this one requires, or is required to use an ability that gives me a ton of DPS in dungeons. So I'm going to be, doing this one, and then we're going to not do any more until I hit level 30 on Pugilist, so we can do the rest of them all at once. Ah, there you are, Miku. I hope you've come prepared for a lesson. Today, I want you to go and fight the toxic toads, that nest at the unholy air. Make no mistake, lass, these toads are huge, which means they have huge guts, but that's besides the point. The point is, you'll need to use your head to overcome them. Thanks to their immense girth, these toads hit hard. Fortunately, they tend to hit wild as well. So bide your time and wait for an opening, and when that opening shows, thwack, rip and tear through your foes with your fists. As proof that you've defeated the toads, I want you to bring me 5 of their legs. Chuchuto and I will be waiting for you at Blackbrush Station. Your lesson continues there. Easy enough? Oh. Huh. I'm sorry I failed? What? These guys aren't so tough. I don't know how I want to design my hotbar for this class. I don't think there's like a single way I could design it that would be like comfortable for me. Luckily, I don't need to use AoEs just yet, so I can figure that out later. Oh, okay. Back to Blackbrush. Alright, so did you bring me the toad legs? Sure. Aye, this is the stuff, alright. Now to get some butter, a slice of sun lemon, and a pinch of... Master? What I meant to say was, you've done well to defeat the toxic toads. Should you be eating that? I'm not gonna think about it. For the next part of your lesson, you'll be putting your endurance to the test against... The talk was true. Hamon Holyfist is really here. Ha ha! I can nary take a step outside the guild without being flocked by fans. Such is the price of fame. Please, sir, I have grave need of your legendary skills. Somnus is being smuggled through Blackbrush Station. I reported this to the brass blades and the stone torches, asked them to put an end to it, but they both turn a blind eye. Somnus. That's the mind-warping substance made from dream flowers. Those who overindulge are said to fall into eternal slumber. A dear friend suffered that very fate. That's why I want to put an end to the smuggling, but I'm just an ordinary person, and there's precious little I can do. Oh, you've done enough to bring word to me, friend, for surely as Hamon Holyfist is my name, I'll see the smuggler scum thrown in the dungeon before the bell is through. 12 bless you, sir. You are truly a hero to us all. Slight change of plans, Miku. In place of the endurance test, we're going to find and apprehend the smugglers. But first, we must gather information. You two, find out what you can from the people of Blackbrush Station. Report back once you've learned something. Okay, that is my cue to skip through a bunch of text. After every single character does an emote and walks away from me. None of this stuff actually matters. There we go. The Alacrin, a likely hideout, and a silver-haired Lalafell. I don't like the sound of this, not one bit. Like as not, the smugglers operate out of the abandoned Keycurn lair west of the coffin. We'll lie in wait for them there. See, they'll just summarize it all for you later. Every time. I really hope that's not. Okay. Hello, Jay. Where is this quest objective? There it is. Yeah, we'll be fighting La Habrea tonight and watching the proper ending. And then we're probably taking on Wanderer's Palace. Probably. Those balls, that's... We've really outdone ourselves this time. Master Wegfar is bound to be pleased. Save the talk. We have crates to move. Rurukuda, it is you, isn't it? Chichudo and Master, it's been a while. You vanished from the guild with nary a word, and we find you here smuggling Somnus with those villains. What's the meaning of this? Rurukuda, my boy, I didn't teach you how to fight so that you could become a pox on society. My student or no, you must be held accountable. Chichudo, Miku, your lesson begins. Apprehend the smugglers. What am I hearing? Oh my god, my dogs are freaking out. I should probably close my window until they go to bed. Okay. You lot, take care of these meddlers. Oh, it's the obligatory we get shown up by someone from the guild quest. Judo is using buffs that I just literally don't have access to. Oh, they're just leaving the animals. Got it. Yeah, I didn't want to help or anything. Back when, like, they had proper healing on, angels, like, self-heals. Nowadays, all we really have is, Second Wind. Oh. Come on, Holy Fist, just our luck. If you know who I am, then you know what's good for you. Come quietly, or there will be trouble. Holy Fist, don't make me laugh. You're being fooled, all of you. Who's fooling who? In what world are you talking about? It was a dark night several moons ago. I was out in the wilds training alone. From a distance, I caught sight of Master leaving the tavern and turning for the city. Thinking to accompany him back, I followed on his heels, was about to call out when I saw this. You would challenge the Holy Fist? You have fighting spirit, I'll grant you that, but you do well to know your limits. Master? You read my every move. You're no ordinary marmot. All I wanted was to be surrounded by scantily clad maidens when my time came. The gods are cruel. Master, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself. Now you've seen it with your own eyes. Master was beaten by a marmot, a common bleeding marmot. He would remind us how strong he was at every turn, but he was lying through his teeth. I can scarce believe my own eyes. Wait till Master Wegfar here learns of this. I love the Pugilist Quests. Forgive me, Chichudo, Miku. I didn't mean to deceive anyone, least of all my students. Hamon Holy Fist conquered every foe that stood before him, but he couldn't conquer old age. My strength, my reflexes, my endurance, they've all left me. There's nothing here but a decrepit old man. I would be alone for a while. I'll make my way back to the guild. From now on, you're to do as Chichudo bids, Miku. Okay. Um, we'll probably just do the White Mage quest and then work on MSQ and some other stuff for a little while, and then round the night out with a few more class quests. We do need to finish the Scholar class quests. Not necessarily anytime super soon, but sometime, close. I've been doing some thinking, Miku. While 'tis true... Could this guy stop pointing at me? It's very distracting. While 'tis true that Master had been deceiving us, he meant us no harm. Besides, I owe him my life. Had he not taken me in all those years ago, I would have died in some ditch. I can never bring myself to hate him. Even if he were an ordinary old man, I would still respect him. Alas, with the truth of his condition revealed, Master Hamon has lost his sense of purpose, his will to teach. I cannot bear to see him like this. I want him to regain his confidence, but for this, he needs to regain his former strength. Listen, Miku, Master ever said that you remind him of his younger self. Were you to continue showing rapid improvement, I dare hope that it would rekindle his fighting spirit. To this end, I would teach you a new technique, one which Master Hamon used to great effect during his prize fighting days. Steel Peak, it's called, and it sees you channel your gathered chakra into a powerful attack that's performed with your entire body. Make this technique your own, Miku, and strive to grow stronger still. When next Master Hamon beholds you, he will surely be moved to action. I'll just take more money, thank you. So, this new ability is one of the weirder ones that Pugilist gets. And it's also, I think, the only one up until level 30 that's locked behind a class quest. So basically, we have this new gauge here. This thing, which, let me just... There we go. So this thing fills to full when we do this. And then the ability changes to Steel Peak, which is a off-global cooldown instant attack that deals 180 damage. Or 180 potency. It's really underwhelming. And this class, because of this, is RNG focused. Or it's like... It has a weird RNG element to it. When this procs, like, okay, you can only do the instantly fill 5 outside of combat. Within combat, the button only fills it once. To fill it without using a global cooldown, you have to get a critical hit. I don't know why this class is designed with critical hits as part of its core gameplay loop, but it just is. Okay. So, first things first. We have to unequip our jobstone here. Let me confirm where this is. This is Unicorn Power in Old Gridania. Okay, so we just have to head to Gridania, and it'll be there. I'm not sure where it is, but, you know, I'll look when we get there. Okay. So let's see. Unicorn Power. Unicorn Power. Hold on. Where is this? 6.3, 11.0. Okay, it's in the Conjurer's Guild. Should have figured, but... So, one of the weirder design decisions that they made when it came to this class is Conjurer gets an exclusive mount. Not White Mage, Conjurer. I have no idea why. Your deeds of late have earned you the respect of all Stillglade fame. People say you are a breath of fresh air within these caverns. Truly, you are an inspiration to us all. Having plied you with praise, I would make a request of you. An unusual creature has appeared near Fallgourd float in North Shroud. Witnesses report it is badly wounded. While it hasn't proven itself a danger to the locals, a wounded beast is unpredictable at the best of times. Please find it and provide it with such succor that you are able. Okay. I'm hoping this one will only take like a few minutes. At most. Hold on. How do I get down there? Okay, it's like around this way. Oh. I don't know if these guys will still aggro on me, but I'd rather not find out. There it is. The creature seems grateful to you. Oh. Alright. Welcome back, Miku. Were you able to find the creature? And what did it look like, if I may ask? Four-legged and tall, with a pristine white coat and a single horn protruding from its brow. There's no mistake, that was a unicorn you healed. Unicorns are rare and majestic beasts native to the inner region of Kurthus. They are extremely shy and are wont to avoid all contact with man. The notion that you were able to gain its trust is most thrilling. I've seen enough wild creatures to know that its behavior towards you means that more than simple gratitude. Nay, the unicorn must have sensed kinship in you. Should you doubt my words, Miku, pray take this whistle and prepare yourself. A truly uplifting experience awaits. And with that, I don't know, we have unlocked the unicorn mount. And I can re-equip this. Yeah, it's not the most, like, exciting mount in the universe. There are definitely some really cool ones we're gonna get later. But it, you know, for early game stuff, it is pretty neat. Oh, I forgot you get a special riding pose on this thing. And yeah, this thing is completely missable. If you equip your Jobstone and don't go back there, you can just never do this quest. It just won't show up. Ah, Miku, looking ever more the white mage, I see. And yet, I fear you are as ready to perform the quieting as a chocobo chick is to carry a wood whaler clad in full plate. But take to heart, for we all must begin somewhere. Today, I would teach you the art of communicating with the elementals. This is, by any measure, the very foundation of our art, which means the means by which we preserve harmony between the forest and our people. Not far from Sorrel Haven shall you find a tree. A mere sapling in the shadow of the guardian tree, but one has likewise been consumed by anger and fear. I would ask you placate this tree. The process is quite simple. Stand before the tree and raise your hands. Commune with the elementals that reside within, and attune yourself to them, until your feelings are in absolute harmony. Be forewarned, however, an angry elemental can be as stubborn as my dear brother. Do not be surprised if you find your honest plea rebuffed, and your foul creatures sent to drive you from the forest. No matter what happens, you must remain calm. Dispatch the creatures, settle your heart, and speak to the tree once more. If your heart is true, your voice will reach the elemental ere long. Remember this, Miku. Under no circumstances are you to allow anger and fear to overcome you. As practitioners of white magic, the magic of succor and solace, such emotions are anathema to our very existence. Uh, oh, wow, that is not on this map. You know, I'd like explain white mage and like how it works. You know, kind of like how I've been doing with everything else. But I'm gonna be real. There's literally nothing to explain. This class is like so basic. Um. Oh. Hmm. Okay, it looks like the next time I'll have to stop to do class quests is 45 on white mage. So that lets me level it like considerably. Okay. I don't think it's worth recasting. Yeah, okay, it wasn't. Hopefully this is like a one-step quest. Nothing too crazy. Okay. Yes, it was. Yeah, okay. It seems like white mage is probably going to be my next class to 50. Um, probably. Short while ago, I sensed the great anger abate. The forest's quieter, more welcoming now. It would seem you have passed your first test, Miku. The trees are the elementals are the trees. The lush verdure of the wood is inseparable from the spirits that dwell within. But you do not need to hear this from me. Doubtless you felt it for yourself when you healed that tree. Above all else, the elementals prize harmony. When they sense a threat to harmony, they summon forth all the powers at their disposal to expose it. For so long, we have lived in peace with the elementals. Why now do they turn against us? I can offer no answers, only theories. But one thing is certain, we must quell the Great One's fury, and do it soon, lest Gridania bear the full brunt of the forest's wrath. Soothe the forest wounds and restore harmony. That is our duty as mages of the white. It is our responsibility that transcends race or nation. I sensed your success in soothing the ailing tree, and am more certain of this than ever. Sadly, many can't see past established practice and tradition, my dear brother among them. One would hope for a bit more open-mindedness given his youth, but alas, his pride as a Pudjal would not permit it. For my part, I'm not entirely unsympathetic to his concerns, and yet the task before us is too great. We must bring him around to see reason, but how? Forgive me, Miku. I would be alone with my thoughts for a while. Worry not. I will find a way to deal with our room. Okay, with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and head back to Porta de Sumana. So that we can, get to the ending of ARR Reborn. Sorry, I'm just remembering last stream and how disastrous the ending was. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I felt like I was dying. Yeah, back to Dragoon. Okay. All right. Time for the technically the last boss fight of the base game. I don't really count this guy. I only really count the ultimate weapon. But, you know, I guess it'll do.
It is past time your flame was extinguished, bringer of light.
Okay. Now, I've only ever done this fight once since the rework, so I don't actually remember anything that happens here. Oh, good. No position on him. Whoa, okay, that was my bad. Oh, shit, he got Endifence. I didn't realize that. That's a cast I am very familiar with. One of the most annoying bosses in the game casts it. What is this? Damage dealt and speed recovery are reduced. It's gonna be a safe spot. This guy's much crazier than I was expecting with a Realm Reborn solo duty. Oh. Well, thank you, Baja Brea. I didn't want to go very far. I get the feeling that if I get hit by something like that, it is game over basically immediately. Oh! Oh no. Whoa! Uh. Um. Did I fail? I don't see how I could have done any better, honestly. Oh? Oh. Okay, no, it's not over. It's not over. Why, thank you, Heidelin. Is this what the rocks are for? Alright. Time to die. Oh shit, he's cast triple. Okay. Oh, but it's not leaving the status condition this time. Am I shielded from it? Oh, I have like a permanent sprint buff right now. Probably didn't need to run all the way away from that, but it's fine. It's like a really fucked up teleport. Die? Okay, there we go. That last triple cast had me a little worried, but Again, as a reminder, all of that neat stuff that happened was a 3-second encounter in the original run.
If thou wouldst pierce the shadows, make thee a blade of light.
Goodbye, Laha Brea.
What? The light, it binds them. They are too many.
Yeah, rest in piss, demon. That yell was so fucking goofy. Oh, right. Gaius was here.
And so my conquest ends, Cid. In smoke and ashes.
Hear, feel, think. Warrior of light, beloved daughter. The darkness hath fled before the unclosed brilliance of thy spirit. Yet it lingereth still beyond the sight of men, in forgotten corners of the world, In the depths of the abyss yet resideth the Dark One, watchful ever, till this evil be cast out. Never shall the world know aught but a passing peace. Yet for the present, a gentle light shineth o'er the realm of Eorzea. With thee at its heart. From sparkling moat shall it swell to glorious sun, and all the world shall bask in its warmth. Blessings and joy be upon thee.
Goodbye, Heidelin.
Go forth, my child, and be as a beacon of hope for Eorzea and the lands beyond through all the days of thy life.
My lady, all Twin Adder units have fallen back to the outer perimeter.
The Flames have completed their withdrawal, General.
Admiral, all hands accounted for.
She's still in there.
Sid, has there been no word?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Damnation!
She's going to make it, I know she is. Ida is right. We must have faith.
I'd say, ooh, one last
Sid,
hurrah for the ARR
can they
voices.
not be
They don't change them for
evacuated
a
aboard
while.
the Enterprise? That adventurer and the Scions are as the Warriors of Light reborn. We cannot abandon them to their fate. Not again.
I wholeheartedly agree, but flying into the midst of that would only add to the fireworks.
There must be something we can do.
Please, Mother Heidelin. Please light her way through the darkness.
Look into the light, my child. If thou would see thy companions returned safe to thee, reach out to them now.
There!
Oh!
Yay! Our Warrior of Light.
Yes! The hero returns!
Look! Thancred is with her!
Is there a reason Papa
Thank
Limo
the
pointed
12.
to?
Thank Heidelin.
Welcome home.
You almost got us killed that one time, remember?
Now, we both know that was your fault.
Thank the 12 we're safe.
Mind your horns there, man-bull.
Mayhap when you mind your manners.
What
Though
the
the
fuck
crystal
was
that bound Thancred is no more, I doubt we can say the same of La Habrea. And even if we could, we know that he is not alone. Confounded Ascians. Their god may be unknown to us, but their zeal is unquestionable. Suffice it to say, it would be folly to assume that they no longer pose a threat. Nevertheless...
Oh, hey, credits. I just noticed them.
For now, we must savor what peace we have won, however ephemeral. Do you see, Grandfather? Our first step towards realizing the dream for which you gave your life.
Friends, the dread night of Imperial tyranny and Ascian machination is ended. A new day now begins in Eorzea.
True to their name, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, along with our champion, have delivered us from darkness.
Let their shared victory serve to remind us of our shared history. And let their bravery in the face of adversity inspire future generations.
Doubt not, the realm will need bravery in the days to come. Old rifts threaten to divide us within our walls, while hordes of beastmen claw at our gates. And though the Black Wolf be slain, the rest of the pack remains. Yet no foe need we fear, so long as we stand as one.
So long as the Scions stand for peace.
So long as our champion stands fast. For there exists no adversity over which we may not jointly prevail.
No longer can we turn a blind eye to the suffering of our allies.
No nation stands alone. If one should fall,
I honestly
so
just have
shall
no
we
commentary
all.
over this part. I
Eorzea
got
is
nothing.
our shared home. For any one of us to know peace, so too must our neighbor.
Just as we join in solidarity before you this day, so too shall our grand companies be joined henceforth to strive not only for the good of mere nations, but for the good of all the realm.
Change will not come overnight. Yet I foresee a day, not so very far from now, when the lines that divide our lands fade, and all of Eorzea is
There was
one.
a voice credit for Nero in there. Did Nero
It
have
has been but
spoken
5 short
dialogue
years
ever?
since the Battle of Cartano. 5 years since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. No victory, however sweet, can wash away our bitter sorrows. No triumph can reclaim those we lost. Yet do not presume you honor them by dwelling on the past. It was not the past they fought for. You would repay their sacrifice by looking to the future.
Why are we crediting voice
A
actors
future united,
for roles
as
that
the
don't
warriors
happen
of
until
light
next
united
patch?
in the champion?
What?
Now is the time for us to rise as one, bearing all of Eorzea on our shoulders.
5 years ago, Eorzea bore witness to the end of the 6th Astral Era. Now, the 7th Umbral Era draws to a close, yet we come together not to glory in its end, but to mark a new beginning.
Let it be writ that on this day, by the light of the crystal, Eorzea ushered in a new era. The seventh astral era is come. And thus is ours a realm reborn.
They said it. Roll credits. Huh. So that's the base game. That's A Realm Reborn. This is everything that was available at launch in what, like 2013, 2014? I think it's 2013. Cuz they had their 10th anniversary in 2023 and that was like a big event. Yeah, I don't know. A Realm Reborn is fine. It does not help that they kept stripping it of content in the years since. They've simplified dungeons beyond reason. Like, they've just taken so many, like, trials out of it, or at least one major one. They took a huge one out, rather than rework it into something good. But for the most part, it's just fine. It's not really what the game's known for. You know, this game is mainly known for everything it does after this. This thing was primarily of interest because people were astonished that it worked and was fun. So, you know, that can't be said about the original release. This thing went from having like a 50 on Metacritic with the original to like an 86, I think. One of the craziest turnarounds in gaming history right here. If you're curious about the plot of 1.0, there is, as of right now, no official way to experience it. I can't show it in any capacity. This song is notable, I suppose. This is, as far as I'm aware, Uematsu's only major contribution to this game. Everything else, soundtrack-wise, was handled by Masayoshi Soken and a few others that are rarely credited with as much, you know, as they deserve. Yeah, we had about 40 minutes left. I'm really glad I didn't push through on that other stream. There are 2 sets of credits for every expansion. My goal is going to be for all of these to let the first set play, which is the one with the main vocal theme of the expansion, and just kind of let the other or skip the other. So, finishing an expansion opens up quite a lot of content for you to do every time. I have lists of it. Speaking of which, I should get out my Realm Reborn list. But chief among them, right at the end of every expansion, they introduce a raid series. A raid is a type of content that we've yet to do. In their simplest explanation, they are, at least for A Realm Reborn and Heavensward, about the midpoint between a trial and a dungeon. There's a couple, like, tiny little trash mob packs, typically, and then you have to fight off, like, a considerably more difficult boss than normal. I will be referring to raids as they existed in A Realm Reborn right now. So, all of these are going to be some of the most difficult content in the game in A Realm Reborn. Oh hey, that's the PvP area. We did not go there and will not go there. This song is so fucking good. Okay. And now we skip the rest. What? Oh. Oh! Okay. This is a really neat thing added on to, A Realm Reborn. I believe these are the names of the people who had characters in 1.0. I think. I could be wrong. I don't know necessarily how you got your names into these credits. If you had to, like, finish 1.0, or if you just needed a character and you needed to, like, import it, or, you know, what the process was. But this is, for the most part, 1.0 players. We're not in this list. So. It's neat, though. It's a neat addition. Okay, and then we can skip the special thanks as well.
What is it?
What was that?
can't be.
Did you hear that?
There's no time to spare.
Where is it coming from?
Dread tidings, chaos and carnage! It is an abomination! A primal has awakened!
Bahamul, move.
Oh shit! I didn't know this guy got like a spoken line ever.
One Azaz moves da.
Fanza lokpai ki hats haldorn zur, ukdorn. We next starve Chemuv. They only cause the pause right ball. Alpha Post.
And thus did dawn break on a realm reborn. But where there is light, there is always shadow. God, you're telling me. So every single expansion ends with a, oh hey. Ends with a teaser for the next, for the big raid series of the expansion. The Archons have conducted a preliminary investigation into the origin of the roar that rang out during the celebration. Their findings strongly suggest that a new primal has appeared. The roar generated a distinctive wave pattern in the aether, a pattern observed only once before in history, 5 years ago to be precise. I should like to think it a mere coincidence, yet we cannot discount that possibility. Well, I trust I need say no more. At great sacrifice, we have delivered Eorzea from the threat posed by the Empire and the Primals, and thereby secured peace. We cannot well allow the realm to be plunged into chaos once more. You have given your all for our cause, risking life and limb on I know not how many occasions, yet our struggle continues, and we need you now no less than before. Please, continue to stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm of this very star. So, finishing a realm reborn gives you a very valuable item. Oh, and of course flying. Insane that they gate it for this long. So first things first, using this item right here is one that I will be placing in my Chocobo saddlebag for the time being. That allows you to completely recustomize your character from scratch once. The game allows you access to 2 Fantasias total for free. Every single other one needs to be purchased from the in-game cash shop. It's a little distressing. So, now that we've finished A Realm Reborn, there's obviously a lot of things we have access to. Among them is this quest right here, Trauma Queen. Heard we're in the same trade. You're in better shape than me, though. A mishap at the Wanderer's Palace nearly did me in, but boy, was it worth it. The calamity drained near half of the water from Bronze Lake, and there it was, an ancient temple of Oshan. Why is it called the Palace, then? Beats me. I just went in looking for some treasure, me and my feller. It was like a dream, that's what it was like. The water hadn't done a thing. There were gold-framed mirrors, bright as the moon. We'd gazed upon ourselves draped in chains of pearl, dancing on a floor of marble and malachite. Like a king and queen, me and my feller. A daring-do adventurer like yourself wouldn't say no to a chance at that now, would you? Tell you what, go down to the docks west of Camp Bronze Lake and talk to Abazi Chirazi. Used to be a boon companion of mine. He'll ferry you to the palace. This is our dungeon for the evening. We have so much shit to do now. Oh, and of course, flight. You always move at maximum possible speed in the air. Always. No more dealing with slow mounts on the ground. It is such a lifesaver in some areas, too. You're one of Aline's, aren't you? That one's got a ghost in her attic, you know? Keep sending other adventurers to that damn place she calls a palace, thinking you're gonna bring her feller back. 'Twas 7 of us that day, one of them her feller. My best friend was another. As soon as we walked in, a Tonberry attacked. It was dark, and we couldn't get a purchase on the floor, for it was covered in lake slime, then in blood. What more is there to say? Only Aline and I made it out by the grace of the 12. Everyone else is dead. Think I'd leave him behind, leave my brother, and by another blood. If I hadn't seen what the Tonberry left, I saw no treasure there, only death. I've said my piece. You still want to see for yourself, that's your business. I'll ferry you there, for my adventuring days are over, and I'm the boatman of this lake. She thinks they all live, you see, all 5 of them hiding from the Tonberry somewhere in the palace. She tried to flee the infirmary. She told folk about her friends needing rescuing, then she got shy. Or got sly. Ah, poor lost Aline. What do I actually need? It's strength and skill speed? Yeah, honestly, I'm going to take this. Alright, access to the Wanderer's Palace. So, this dungeon was in the game on launch. The other major thing we can do, which we should definitely do before we get too invested in doing anything else. So I mentioned a while ago that we have access to these things called poetics. And this shit can be exchanged at these guys. I think it's you? Yeah, it's this one. So we will be grabbing a choker of slaying, a bracelet of slaying, and a ring of slaying. You know, honestly, might as well grab 2 of these while I'm here. There we go. Is that really my strongest spear at the moment? Oh. Okay. So, these are the highest item level gear you can reasonably get in A Realm Reborn. They're all you're ever going to need for doing any A Realm Reborn content. From here on out, we have access to doing some amount of A Realm Reborn high-end stuff, including the Wanderer's Palace, which I'm going to throw us in the queue for. We have gained an audience. I hate to break it up, but I do have to go to Aleport. Oh, hey. The unicorn. Oh, right. I can just fly there now. Holy shit. That makes this so much less painful. Oh, and we can kind of just see this area from above, too. Alright. We got Sahagin to do. As always. This is our next to last Sahagin quest. I really want to make time to unlock the kobolds tonight as well, so I can work on them. Our efforts to achieve peace may have been, or all been in vain, Miku. By undermining Zug's leadership at that farce of a parley, I'm afraid I have stripped away what little restraint he had left. The Coral Tridents have attacked yet another ship, and this time they've taken a prisoner. While the raid itself is sufficient cause for concern, the fools have abducted a high-ranking Lominson official. Now the situation is political. If the threat posed by the return of Lord Leviathan weren't enough, then this incident will surely put pressure on the Shorewalker elders to escalate the engagement to full-scale war. Miku, I beg you. You must speak with the Maelstrom commander. It is vital that we learn what plans have been set in motion, and if there is aught we can do to contain the damage caused by Zug's insanity. The nearest officer of rank will be in Camp Skull Valley. You are a mighty hero. Perhaps your words will sway the Maelstrom from the path they doubtless do not wish to tread. Where are we going? Oh, here. They've made me stop by this location a couple times for dailies. There's Sahagin infiltrators in here sometimes that I have to, like, clear out. I have no tasks for you at present, adventurer. A recent crisis is demanding our full attention, and it is no simple matter of ousting the nest of belligerent. Major General, what are you doing? Get out of the wall, thank you. The Scarlet Sea Devil, an infamous fishback pirate we had long thought perished, has had the temerity to lead an assault on the Lominson warship, in addition to the heavy casualties inflicted on the crew. The Sahagin reportedly took prisoner of our Counselor of Coin. Counselor Turston is one of the Admiral's most trusted advisors, and an essential figure in the day-to-day running of the Thalassocracy. His abduction is a blatant act of hostility to which the Maelstrom must give answer. We go to war. Please don't go to war. Have we considered an alternate course of action? There's only one response to this kind of attack. Admiral Blofuswin has already instructed our troops to make ready for full-scale retaliation. The warships of the Armada are assembled and await but the order to set sail. Those savages won't know what hit them. The charts will need to be redrawn after our cannons are done bombarding their shore. We'll need to send in the ground levy, that's us, to mop up any fishbacks that survive the cannons. Save your breath, adventurer. The fishbacks forfeited any right to negotiation when they laid their slimy talons on the Navy vessel. Brute force is the only language they understand. Okay. I would think, as the person who just saved the realm, I would have a little sway, but apparently not. So, the Finless ones will not be deterred from their righteous course. No matter who emerges the victor in the coming conflict, slaughter will be answered with slaughter, and our spawning grounds will give birth to naught but death. I can see but one way to steer us clear of this abyss. Miku, you and I rescue the Shorewalker official ourselves. Before we can attempt to undo this madness, however, we must first discover where the Counselor is being held. An ambitious scheme such as this would have required extensive planning, and Zug likely provided his Serpent Reaver lackeys with some manner of written instruction. A search of the Serpent's Tongue may provide us with the information we need. Quickly now, Miku. Time is of the essence. Where? I see. Over this way. This area is a bit awkward to fly through because, you know, it looks like this from above. If you're curious, you can't land anywhere the map doesn't say that there's a, land. Okay. And now we leave. Do I have, okay, I have a couple of the, fate items saved up. That stuff's important because it lets me skip sets of dailies. Or at least, like, a couple of them a week. Your search, Miku, was it successful? Yeah, I found this. It wasn't very hard. Ah, yes, the parchment is soiled, but I can still make out the words. They plan to keep the counselor prisoner aboard the Lost Duchess, one of the Reaper's own ships. I do not know if these were Zug's instructions, but we have no time to assume otherwise. Ride an Alps out to where the pirate vessel is said to have dropped anchor and take the crew by surprise. Though I do not swim quite so swiftly as one of Pa's sea beasts, trust that I will not be far behind. Hold on, not you. I will never again do a set of dailies live. I want them off stream only because I find them to be so obnoxious. That's not something I want immortalized. We don't need to see this. Okay, so we have to kill a handful of these dudes. It doesn't say how many. Luckily, we are more than, like, properly geared for this, so... Ah, there we go. That guy cast Ruin. Huh. Oh, hello now. Why has the Sahagin come to my aid? Am I to trade one captor for another? Well, considering I'm also here, you're probably fine. My thanks. Those manacles were beginning to chafe. Now, I can see that you are some manner of sellsword, but I'm not quite sure what to make of this, scaled gentleman. Friend of yours? Oh. Well, we'll see this cutscene when we're out of the Wanderer's Palace, I suppose. Eventually. Okay. Welcome to the Wanderer's Palace, one of the more strange dungeons. Oh. I have a hunting target here. I have to kill 5 tonberries. I don't know that there are 5 tonberries to kill in here, but... Oh, there's... Okay, yeah, there are some. Wanderer's Palace is one of the dungeons that has survived the simplification epidemic that's kind of hit around Reborn. They just haven't really been updating this one, which is fine by me. It's totally fine. Yeah, okay, this pole clears our hunting log target here. Yeah, okay, it's for the mail stream as well. Let me take a look. Yeah, I need to clear this one out at the moment. I got us as far as being able to own property in the game, not that I'm ever going to. Okay, that message that just popped up, there is an untargetable enemy called the Tonberry Stalker that is completely immortal that wanders around, and if it gets within stabbing range of you, then it feels like a chunk of damage. It's nothing crazy. It doesn't really ever be, like, it's never a problem, is what I'm trying to say. Yes. I never remember when Never, ever. Okay, the Keeper of Halidom is a boss, probably. No mechanics. Just hit it. You know, I don't necessarily... Oh, I'm level 55. That's worse than the job here. Okay, yeah, so we've arrived at the main event. This is the Endless Rise. This is like just a huge room where you have to track down and kill a bunch of Tonberries in it. There's a pretty, like, standard way through this place. I wonder if the tank knows it, because I don't. Oh. Okay, well, there's the Tonberry Stalker. And also our ninja pulling a bunch of stuff on their own. Yeah, this is the problem with pulling big in this place, is you're always going to have to out-heal that guy. And his aggro's kind of unpredictable, too. The tank did know the way through, by the way. This is the fastest way. You go straight through the middle, hit the device in the middle, and pull the Tonberries that are kind of off to the side. I never remember that when running this place, honestly. Never. Oh. This guy's also a hunt target. I imagine I only need to kill one. I don't know what the mechanic here is, to be completely honest. Oh, they look unpleasant, but they've been defeated. That is better than our current turn. Is the Tomberry King also? No, he's not. Speaking of. So, the boss of Wanderer's Palace. I really hope they don't pull early. He's the first boss here with, like, a mechanic. And it is actually quite funny what the mechanic is. Keep in mind, nothing here has mechanics, okay? Nothing else. And the mechanic of this boss is that he spawns ads, and if you hurt them, he gets damage ups. So the mechanic is to ignore the mechanic. He's also extremely, like, exceedingly slow. Okay. And just like that, we're done with Wanderer's Palace. It's a very underwhelming dungeon, designed to be farmed in the early days of the game. I don't necessarily know what I want. No, I'll take the leggings. Okay. We're gonna keep our job gear on for the time being. Okay. There we go. We are not free of this yet. Stay close to me, lest you be tossed overboard. It seems that the mantle of the Scarlet Sea Devil will not sit firmly upon my shoulders until I have sent you to the depths. Zug, do you not realize what is at stake here? Your reckless ambition endangers the fate of our entire tribe. The Shorewalkers ready their armada even as we speak. Does the thought of war with the finless ones frighten you so? Let them come. My antics are as a spawnling's mischief compared to the mayhem you once committed. Ready your spear, old one. Let us see if the years have stolen your skill as well as your spine. The wound is not fatal, though it might leave a nasty scar. I do not ask for your pity. Finish it now. Kill me. Show me a parent who can kill his own child. Sahagin blood ties run deeper than the most abyssal sea trench. You beg for the impossible. I will not slay my own son. I rejected you as my clutch father. Why don't you look anything like Nov? Why? Why did you throw away all that you had become? Why did you not seek vengeance on the shorewalkers who wronged us? You know the answers to those questions. Surely you have not forgotten what befell your spawn brothers. At my side you stood, the only surviving hatchling, in shed a river of tears for your slain clutchmates. Yes, I wept for them, and I made them a promise. I would avenge their deaths with the blood of 1,000 shorewalkers. I would grow into a warrior both mighty and terrible to behold. The Scarlet Sea Devil reborn. I would do what you would not. You cannot protect that which you love with a name, no matter how fearful. It took the greatest tragedy of my life to open my eyes to that truth. Zug, I would spare you that pain again. I would have you be the future our people need. I only want what is best for all my sons. Clutchva. Weigh anchor and take the helm. We make for the nearest shorewalker port. Prepare a boat to take our guest ashore. Okay. Mihu, was it? My thanks again. Were it not for you and your Sahagin acquaintance, I would still be rubbing my wrists raw trying to escape those infernal shackles. It would seem I have been laboring under a misconception. I was convinced that all Sahagin, all beastmen in fact, were not but bloodthirsty murdering savages, with not the slightest concept of peace or compromise. But after meeting Nov, did you call him? Intriguing fellow. Yes, well, after witnessing his exchange with his son, I see now that our fishback enemies are far more complicated than our bedtime tales of horror would lead us to believe. I have three younglings of my own, you see, and I am quite eager to hurry home and reassure them that their father is very much alive and well. Before I do so, however, I shall contact the Admiral and convince her to rescind the order to attack. It will not be an easy task, but as a man who holds the nation's purse strings, my words carry a certain weight. Oh, and here. Gulls are often a welcome sight on ships, as their presence means land and home is close by. Lenoshan sailors began gathering the feathers dropped on deck and fashioning them into trinkets to give to their children as a symbol of hearth and happiness. I'd be grateful if you could see that feather to your Sahagin friend's hands. Beastmen or no, I have seen that any father wishes the same thing for his offspring. Perhaps in time we shall find more common ground between our peoples. I only hope that it will not require the threat of imminent war to bring such future revelations to light. Okay. Yeah, I think this is probably the most direct route. Where? Ah, there it is. Giving you guys a little teaser for the next stream. That's probably the dungeon we'll be taking on next. Good old Pharaoh Sirius up there. We might be taking it a little easy on MSQ for a little while. Just to start doing some of these side dungeons. And a lot of the class quests that I still have to do. Miku, I have no words to thank you. Without your aid, I do not think war with the Shorewalkers could have been avoided. Zug has disbanded the Coral Tridents and is set on traveling for a time. Among all my offspring, he is the most like me, the most determined and stubborn. I sense he is hesitant to return to the nursery. But return he will, in time, and when he does, I hope to see him a stronger and wiser Sahagin than I ever was. Such pleasant thoughts will sustain me while I raise his unruly spawn brothers. The counselor wished me to have this, I see, a gift from parent to child, a symbol of joy and family. So many of my offspring were slain by the Shorewalkers, the rage spawned by that act will never fully leave me. But it is as nothing compared to the desire I feel to protect my surviving spawnlings. I pray that this trinket can one day represent not just the bond between parent and child, but also the birth of understanding between our peoples. You have achieved more for this cause than I could have dared hope. In the days to come, I only ask that you do not forget us, Finless One. Whenever thoughts of vengeance seek to consume you, remember this nursery and remember me and my spawnlings. And should you come to visit, you will always be welcome here. You are no longer some strange shorewalker. To us, you are Clutchmate. Huh. These max out at 4? I thought they all maxed out at 5. I might have to reorganize my notes. Wait a minute. Add Maelstrom command. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this... Yeah, this quest line's over. We finished the Sahagins. Holy shit. I never have to do a Sahagin daily ever again. Oh my god. I am free. Anyways, we have 3 more to do. Wait. 4 more to do. We have 4 more to do. One of them we can't start just yet. I have to get these guys leveled first. It'll take me a little while. Lieutenant Miku, it seems that business with the Sahagin became rather more involved than anyone expected, eh? Maelstrom Command very much resembled the writhing chaos of our namesake. Once the word of Counselor Tursten's abduction sparked the call to war. 'Tis fortunate that our marching orders were rescinded ere we launched our attack. That there are none in our ranks that fear to step upon the field of battle, but any day that ends without bloodshed is a good day. And I hear that you yourself were responsible for the Counselor's timely release. I like to think that my eye for enlisting talented veterans played some small part in the way events played out. So, Miku, you've averted war and rescued a high-ranking official. Not a bad result, all told. But we must remain vigilant. While we welcome the possibility of peaceful coexistence with the Sahagin, we cannot ignore the threat that the Primal Leviathan yet presents. For the nonce, however, you have earned a respite from duty. On behalf of the Maelstrom, I commend you for your courageous actions and judicious diplomacy. Might you consider a bath during your well-deserved rest? I seem to detect the slightest scent of rotting crab meat. Alright. Access to a wider selection of wares. Okay, so... Yeah, we can no longer enhance the Sahagin at all. But we have to head back to Aleport one more time. Oh, this is also where the Kobold Quests start, so... Huh. So, one interesting thing about these guys is that, they have their own currencies that you earn by doing their quests. Specifically, the highest tier quest, I think, for a Realm Reborn gets you them. So if we talk to So here, we can see that these offer one. Somewhere in here, the Sahagin vendor, we purchase items with Gil. We can get all sorts of nice ingredients, all sorts of pretty good dyes, and then we can get a wind-up Sahagin and an Elp's Horn. The wind-up Sahagin is a minion. Obviously. He's cute. He's very cute. And then the Elp's Horn here gives us the Elp's mount from the quests. It's a very fun reward. The Beast Tribe mounts are always somewhat rare. You don't see them as often as you do, like, trial mounts for the same expansions normally. They're just not... These aren't very popular quests. Like, at all. You know, for obvious reasons. The Sahagin especially are, pretty miserable. These ones that we're unlocking now are a bit better, but not by, like, a ton. So... Oh, right. We should probably equip these at some point. There. Never mind. These are still worse than what we have. Awesome. Okay. Why do you have... Fuck. That's right. The guild hests. I have them written down in the list of things that we need to do before Realm Reborn is out, so... worry not. I have not forgotten about them as badly as I want to. Okay. So now we're going to unlock the kobolds, and then after we're done unlocking the kobolds, we are going to do the Scholar Quest, and if we have time, the Summoner Quest, but I'm not going to push it. Miku, was it? Well, finding the evidence that could shed some light on our investigation. What have we here? A pickaxe, and a rather sorry-looking one at that. Do you reckon this was left behind by the perpetrators? In my time with the Maelstrom, I've confronted just about every pirate, brigand, and highwayman in these parts, but I've not known any of them to employ a tool like this. No, I'd wager more than a round at the wench that our band of grubby little thieves ain't no ordinary men. Aye, it's becoming clear to me. And yourself, no doubt. Tell me, Miku, might you be thinking what I'm thinking? Rogue Rogadin. I knew you were a sharp one. Aye, the moment I laid eyes on that pickaxe you found, me mind was convinced. The primitive make of this tool and the all too healthy interest in explosives, all signs point to those rat-faced rapscallions being behind this. It's so bloody obvious now that I could almost kick myself. And be good-for-nothing men for not coming to this conclusion sooner. But this is hardly a time for whinging. No, we must strike directly, or we must strike quickly if we mean to reclaim what's ours. Camp Overlook is our front line of defense against those tunnel-burrowing thieves. If anyone has a notion of where they might have taken the saltpeter and how they plan to use it, it'll be Commander Bloedin. I'm off to deliver me report, but I have a hunch our job has only just begun. What say you come along, Miku? You're a first capable woman I've worked with today. So, the Sahagins have obviously a much more dramatic storyline going on. The kobolds are much more comedy-oriented. Make it a quick adventurer. As you can see, I've got my hands full with our little friend here. This is an outrage, a farce, an atrocity, an outrage. This is an insult. We kobolds will not stand for it. No, stand no more. You'll not have the legs to stand on if you don't quit your blabbering and spill the truth about whatever it is you scurvy rats are plotting. Plotting? There's no plotting. No, we plot nothing. Not nil nothing. Enough. Unlike you and your ilk, I've a working pair of eyes and at least half of me wits about me. You think I've not seen you blasting and scurrying around Ogamaro of late? Commander, blow it in, sir. Oh my god. Skate Swizz. It's a treat to see me old trainee, but I fear a brewing kobold plot demands me attention. Miku, here, and I just might be able to help you with that, Commander. I trust you've heard the news of our missing shipment of saltpeter. So soon she knows. This cannot be. No, it cannot be. I've had this quest for months. Ha, I knew it. Your endless tongue wagon has finally dug your own grave. It was not us. No, not us. It was them. Yes, them. What nonsense is this? Beady eyes, frizzy tail, and a penchant for causing us trouble. A kobold's a kobold. This is not so. No, not so. There are kobolds, and then there are kobolds, and then there are kobolds still. It is how the low ones who stole your precious saltpeter, the ones who live down, beneath, below. Beneath and below. Come to think of it, me scouts did mention a particularly scraggy band of kobolds, what seem to have made their home at the cliff base. Yes, that is the place. That is the home. The home of the 789th. They are the worst. The worst of the worst. They are the most stinky, smelly, scummy, stinky, and ugly, too. Commander, as presiding officer in this investigation, I request permission to go below and investigate the so-called 789th. Furthermore, I would enlist this adventurer to join me. She's proven herself capable, and it would seem we go up against a worthy foe. As you please, Lieutenant. But I warn ye, be careful down there. The sight of a kobold won't strike fear into anyone's hearts. But their bite and their bombs are a far sight worse than their bark. Understood. Commander will not let you down, and with that, I take my leave. Till sea swallows all. Well, Miku, are you ready to take on the scurviest band of kobolds in Lenosha? You'd best be, because I'm counting on you to make yourself useful. Alright. So, right down here, I'm so glad I waited until after we had Flight in this area. I did these quests before Flight was added to A Realm Reborn, and it was horrible. Well, what have we here? 1, 2, 3 crates of saltpeter. It would seem our kobold informant spoke true. What the? Surrounded. Stand ready, Miku. Are you just going to stand there squeaking at me all night? Fight with honor or die like the rats you are. Are there no alternatives? Choices? Options? Alternatives? Such as, perhaps, surrender? Yes, we surrender. We surrender. Did you just say surrender? Yes, we surrender. Yield, submit, surrender. What in the 7 hells? I haven't an inkling as to the whys and wherefores, but it seems the notorious 789th is keen to return their plunder without so much as a fight. I, for one, wouldn't have been opposed to cracking a few kobold skulls, but considering the strained relations between Limsa and the little buggers these days, who can argue with good diplomacy? Any road, I'll report back to Commander Blowadin and arrange for the transport of supplies. Aye, and with a reliable escort this time. In the meantime, why don't you ask around to see what you can learn about our new neighbors? After all, they don't seem half as imposing as I expected. Their leader least of all. Best of luck, Miku, till sea swallows all. Huh. hello, Gigu. You're still here. We've surrendered, yes? Yielded, submitted, surrendered. You will not hurt us, yes? I'm relieved, reassured, relaxed, relieved. And who I am, you ask? I am Gigu, and Gigu is foreman of the 789th. Leader in name, yes, but no more. No more. For in truth, no one listens to Gigu. Gigu was ignored, invisible, insulted, ignored, incompetent too. The 789th stole your precious boom powder. Yes, we did, and yet we had good cause for doing so, an excuse, a reason, a cause. Ours is a peaceful order by nature. The 789th troubled no one, and no one troubled us. No, not until now. Now we are driven from the tunnels, exiled to this place that stinks of soil and seawater. But you are a stranger. I rambled too much too soon. No, I will speak no more. Go now, and leave Gigu to his suffering, his pain, his shame, his suffering. You are still here. Yes, you are. You would hear the sad tale of Gigu and the 789th, then listen and weep. Sob, cry, weep. You think you people have it tough? You know nothing. No, nothing at all. Ours is a world of kobold eat kobold. Yes, ours is constant struggle. A labor, a toil, a struggle for survival. Dig and dig, we do. Dig for ore and riches. Dig well and we are rewarded. Better digs are given us. And more weight do our words carry. Dig poorly and we are shunned, reviled, scorned, shunned. You know what kobold orders have, you know that kobold orders have numbers, yes? You know. The smaller the number, the greater the order. You'll find this curious, but this is the kobold way. How many orders, you ask? Yes, how many? 789 we have, and not one more. We exist at the backside of kobold society. The bottom, the rear, the backside. And so, from the tunnels we are driven, dig more, find more, make more wealth for your betters, then you can come home, they say. But this dry vein holds no treasures. No, nothing. Meanwhile, our kin in Ugamaro hoard treasures so great that they toss gold away. Toss it away like garbage. Yes, their trash is our treasure. Any moment now we will be judged on our haul, but our sack is empty. Barren, bare, empty. You must go down to the dig and bring back something, anything for us. I beg you. Yes, even the shabbiest of scraps. Hey. What level is this quest? 41. Ooh, boy. So, the purpose of these quests, I should probably mention, you know, obviously they have little storylines attached, but the main purpose of them, the main thrust, is an easier way to level alternative jobs. That is the main reason they exist. Most of the Battlecraft ones are, like, pretty much distinctly worthless for that cause. They're just not good for it. They don't offer anywhere near enough EXP to really warrant going out of your way to do them. The amount of EXP you get from, like, a month of doing them is equivalent to just doing, like, 2 more, like, daily roulettes. It's really nothing. I will likely be using this to level, like, probably the tank classes and White Mage. Obviously, anything that gets into this level range is going to be prime for doing these quests, so... From dawn till dusk, dusk till dawn, we dig, and yet our barrows are empty. Barren, empty. We are not welcome down below, but you will find something for us. Yes, you must. Could it be? Yes, it could. Why, these dirty lumps, chunks, scraps, lumps, exceed our haul for the past 3 moons. You have my thanks, adventurer, and my gratitude. Oh, but you must not leave so soon. No, longer you must stay. Persist, sojourn, stay, until Zoga has come and gone. Who is Zoga, you ask? Zoga is a giant among kobolds, a beast, a brute, a giant. So smart and strong is Zoga, that his order surges to the top of the ranks. Zoga would lead us all to a new era of prosperity, or so Zoga claims. But it is a sham. Yes, Zoga cares only for Zoga. Weak you are, Zoga will use you, then throw you away. Yes, Zoga stomps all over us, tramples, stamps, stomps. This is why you must stay, adventurers. Stay and watch over us from the shadows. This place reeks, stinks, smells, reeks. You said you were taking us to a steam bath, you big fat liar. A cheat, a fraud, a liar. Stop your bloody squealing. Work before pleasure. Or do you want to join the riffraff in the rotten trash heap? No, I thought not. Greetings, Zoga. How kind of you to visit our humble dig. I must say, you're looking especially impressive today. Imposing, overpowering, overwhelming, overbearing. Yeah, you're looking scruffy as ever, whatever your name was. Enough talk. My time's worth more than your sorry hide. Now let's see what you've got for me. This your monthly haul, or what popped out of your arsehole this morning? Once a sluggard, always a sluggard. Stragglers, sloths, sluggards, the lot of you. The 789th are no sluggards, Zoga. No, not a one. Every day we toil in the mines. Slave, sweat, toil from dawn till dusk. Yes, we set down our pickaxes only to eat and sleep. Eat? Sleep? Seems we have a misunderstanding here. A mistake, a misconception, a misunderstanding. Sleep, food, these are luxuries, comforts, indulgences, luxuries. And luxuries, yes, luxuries are for kobolds who can dig their own weight. You are nothing, you deserve nothing, you are nothing. No rations for a month, or until you increase your haul 100-fold, whichever comes last. But, Zoga, we're already weak and hungry. Cut off our food supply and we will starve, wither, die. Then die. Yes, die. Each day you live, you breathe our air and eat our food and give nothing in return. You're a parasite, Gigu. A leech, a sponge, a parasite. Your very existence keeps us from achieving our potential. But I can think of one way you might be of use. Yes, the shriveled carcasses of you and your lot could feed furnaces, fodder, fuel, feed. For your betters. Cannot mean what you say, Zoga. No, this must be some cruel joke. A jest. The only joke around here is you, Gigu. I will not repeat myself this time. 100-fold. An ounce less, and you'll be the first to burn. Singe, sizzle, burn. Let's go, ladies. Yes, the stench of sloth and stupidity in this dump is making me sick. Why do they make the female kobold pink? Remember, ladies, this is the fate of those who don't dig their own weight. Now, I do believe it's time for that steam bath. God, the cutscenes here are ridiculous. Oh, woe is me, misery, misfortune, woe. What in the 7 hells just happened? I came back from Camp Overlook, only to see some overstuffed kobold strutting about like he owns the place. You were not so wrong. No, your words are true. Zoga leads the 13th. Yes. And has many friends and followers in Ugamaro. His power grows with each day. With each day, one less kobold challenges the word of Zoga. Soon, none will be left to oppose him. No one. Not a one. So what are you saying? That you're just gonna let that self-styled tyrant walk all over you? Yes? We have no choice, no recourse, no refuge. What kind of an answer is that? Ain't you got a shred of dignity in your whole body? No, I do not. Look, I don't know your kobold hierarchies from a hole in the ground, but what I do know is that if anyone talked to me like that, I'd go to the 7th hell and back to cut him down to size. But you are strong, bold, brave, strong, and I am... Limlayan, have mercy. I can't stand to look at the sorry lot of ye. Are you kobolds or dormice? Look, you might not have the spine to stand up for yourselves, but Miku here and I sure as hell do. Ain't that right, Miku? Just tell us where we can find this Zoga. You know not what you say. No, you know nothing. It is pure madness to oppose Zoga. Folly, insanity, madness. The only thing what's driving me mad is your endless wailing. That settles it. I'm not leaving the stinking hole till Zoga falls on his hands and knees before me begging for mercy. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But Did you just say something? No, nothing at all. Zoga does not suffer opposition lightly. No, not in the least. If we cross him, he will crush us. We are doomed, cursed, damned, doomed. Oh, adventurer, do not leave us. No, no, you must not go. The Rogadin woman frightens me even more than Zoga. Horrifies, terrifies, frightens. But we have no choice. No, no, we have none. You will protect us from Zoga's bullying, yes? Yes, yes, you will? Eagerly, emphatically, wholeheartedly. Oh, adventurer, you are too kind, gracious, generous, kind. Yes, yes, kind and possessing the strength of 100 kobolds. Yes, yes, 100 kobolds. You do not need Gigu's help. No, no, you do not. Good luck fighting Zoga, adventurer. I await word of your triumph, your victory, your success. Now? Okay, well, we have unlocked the society quests. I just realized, does Miku have a title? Oh! We can be Nov's clutchmate. That's cute. I'll keep that on for the time being until we get a cooler title. So... the last order of business for tonight is the Scholar Quest. Which... I don't know how long the Scholar Quest is, but I do know that it takes us to, a location we've already seen tonight. Miku, you must come with me at once. Another Tonberry has emerged from the Wanderer's Palace. A traveling peddler caught sight of the fiend and fled to Camp Bronze Lake. Once again, it falls to the Marauders Guild to find and slay it. This time, we will hunt the Tonberry in greater numbers so that we might surround it and cut off all avenues of escape. I have not forgotten our previous attempt to slay one of the foul creatures. Nor have you, I trust. I have your assurances that you will keep your fairy in line this time, yes? Then let us make for Camp Bronze Lake at once. Our comrades have already departed, and I do not wish to fall behind. I will rendezvous with them at the same place we battled the first Tonberry. Probably I should come with. Okay. You know, if this is, by some miracle, a quick set of quests, or a quick quest, rather, we'll probably push forward with the Summoner one as well, just so I can have both of them done. Thank the gods you've come, Miku. Any later, and we might have had to proceed without you. The Tonberry appears to be in some sort of trance and is oblivious to our presence. Is everyone ready? Excellent. Remember, we must surround the fiend. It cannot be allowed to flee. My son, my dear son, stay away. I cannot. Damn it, not again. It seeks sanctuary inside the Wanderer's Palace. Come, let us follow and finish this once and for all. Okay, and we're back here. So, it's been a while since I've talked about what's actually in... what's actually going on in Scholar. This is one of those proactive healers I was talking about. Okay, well, I don't have to do anything with him. Oh, there's a Tonberry Hexer. I didn't know there were different kinds. It's got a pretty simple set of mechanics to begin with. Basically, you just build up this gauge by hitting this button, and then you can use it for certain healing items, or healing skills, rather. Such as, like, Lust Rate there. Oh, Alcacelser, you are a terrible tank. Oh, there he is. One of the main buttons we'll have is Energy Drain, which deals some extra damage. Do I seriously have his aggro? Oh! A lot of Rancor Flame here. I do. I have his aggro, just naturally from just casting Ruin. That's awesome. Uses everyone's grudge. Uh-oh. We got him. Oh. These need to be killed. There we go. What? Again? Why do you protect this demon? Have you gone mad? The thing is a monster. It must be put down. The Rancor, it... Oh, jeez. Lily, my son, why are you here? Who has summoned you? Hello, it's me. I summoned her. Then Nim is no more? 1,500 years? Can it truly be so? I was Cerrito Carito, before the sickness from the sea transformed me. The traders, they were the first, and as their ears and noses began to atrophy, their limbs grew shorter, and their skin. We scholars tried to halt the spread, tried to find a cure, but in time, we too fell ill. Sympathy turned to fear, and fear turned to anger. Monsters, they called us. Abominations. Then you were once a man? They sealed the sick within the temple with magics and tried to drown us, tried to forget us. Though our bodies had been changed, our minds remained intact. But within every man lurks a beast. When those whom you call kin deny you, come to hate and despise you, I too succumbed to the rancor until you reunited me with Lily, my dearest son. Long has my mind been clouded with hatred, but by the resplendent light of Lily, at long last I am free. So, all of this is a reference to some stuff that happens, long before the game even starts. One of the previous calamities, strikes Nim. I believe it is a calamity of water. I nearly killed him. Thank the gods the fairy stopped me. I wonder, did she know it was Cerrito from the beginning? Or was it only... In any case, she has regained a good portion of her memories, if not all of them, I suspect. Well, if you would excuse me, I need to take some time to put my thoughts in order and decide how I might explain this to the Axe Master. Okay, see you back at the guild. I came expecting to fight one Tonberry, not a whole bloody mess of them. If it wasn't for you and your flying friend, I reckon we would not have left there alive. Gotta say, you and Alka make a great team. Shame there aren't more of you scholarly types around, because I could use a partner like you. Take care, Miku. Goodbye. So wait a bleeding moment. That Tonberry used to be a scholar like you, so does that mean you'll turn into one of them if you keep slinging those spells? Or did I misunderstand what he said back there? Ah, the hell's with it. Oh. Huh. He's the end of the quest. Hello. That the traditions of my people have not been lost to the ages is of great comfort to me. I do not know how that soul crystal came into your possession, but I'm glad that it did, for the sickness robbed me not only of my body, but of Lily as well. The soul of the scholar no longer resonates with my aether. I cannot summon her. Only you can. Only you are fit to wield the magics now. Here. A gown, as benefits a scholar of your standing. I bequeath it to you, along with the knowledge of sacred soil, my most versatile art. I cannot thank you enough for purging the rancor from my heart, but there are still countless others who have yet to see the light. I cannot abandon them to their fate. I will not. And so, I bid you farewell, Miku. Carry on our traditions with pride. Sacred Soil is a bubble that we place on the ground. It is... Let's see if I... Okay, well, okay, first things first. I think the Scholar gear for ARR looks really bad. I've always thought it looks terrible. I will be tossing all of the gear here that we're currently wearing and replacing it with the good stuff. There it is. It looks a little better in blue. Not a lot, though. I'm just not a big fan of how any of it looks, to be honest. We don't need to keep any of that crap. Okay. So, Sacred Soil is a bubble we place on the ground, and anyone within the bubble, takes, I think it's... will only suffer 90% of all damage inflicted. That's a weird way of saying it is a 10% damage reduction. Maybe there's like some weird case where it's like more than that or something. You know, we have time. We'll do the Summoner Quest before the end of the stream. The last one. I actually don't remember what this unlocks. I think it's actually just the AoE Aether Current, or Aether... What is that? Aether Flow. I think it's just the AoE Aether Flow gain, if I'm not mistaken. An ability that is exceptionally useless. So useless, I almost never hotbar it. Oh, no, it's not. Wait, then what is it? Enkindle. Enhances the signature attack of summons, upgrading Ifrit's Burning Strike to Inferno, Titan's Rockbuster to Earth and Fury, and Garuda's Aerial Slash to Aerial Blast. Garuda is still not worth summoning, by the way. He never has been. Garuda is good when you get this class to level 90 and get its true form, but before that, no. Miku, there's been a terrible incident. My poor colleagues at St. Coinax find murdered. The reports are confused, but they all mention the same black-robed attacker. You know as well as I do that Tristan is behind this massacre. He has indeed grown bold, or desperate, to commit such a brazen act. We should set off to Mordona at once and speak with any survivors. Maybe that we can glean some idea of what cold-hearted monster was after, or what that cold-blooded monster was after, or where he might strike next. We must stop him, Miku. Better hurry up and get other classes to like 40 and 50 because I'm gonna need classes at that level to like actually properly level. We've been getting the unicorn a lot tonight. Not that I'm complaining. It's a good mount. Okay, you. Yes, I'm absolutely certain. It was the same Dark Summoner whom Ymithra described to us. We were celebrating a recent find, the Soul Crystal of an Allegan Summoner, when the man in black robes suddenly appeared and demanded we surrender the gem. Naturally, we objected to this arrogant imposition, but he simply sneered at our refusal. The next moment, the world exploded into flame. Through a haze of agony, I saw him snatch up the Soul Crystal from a smoldering body and stride off towards the singing shards. That bastard slaughtered my friends. There was no warning, no negotiation. The gods grant you the chance to exact vengeance, then I pray you show him the same mercy he afforded us. Okay, I'm gonna want this out before we get too far. Another soul crystal. Yes, it makes sense that he would shift his attention to a more easily obtainable gem. After all your progress, you would now make for a most formidable opponent. I must apologize for not sharing my theory earlier. You're not looking at me, Ymithra. You're just not looking at me. I suspected that Tristan might desire the soul crystal you carry, but I did not wish to draw any premature conclusions without sufficient evidence. I'm at a loss, however, to explain why he seeks to collect more of those Allegan relics. What shall we... we shall just have to ask the villain himself after we corner him in the singing shards. Let us be on our way. Alright. Onward to confront Tristan. This is actually a pretty short and sweet level 50 quest, actually. Really just gotta take down the big bad now. Oh, they have placed a fate on top of my big bad. Where? Like up here somewhere? This place is fucking bright. Oh. I see! It's just enter the area. That's a little confusing, but oh well. Of course. I've brought you the soul crystals, as promised. Yes, these appear to be authentic Allegan artifacts. Very well, I shall honor our bargain. From within these gems, I will draw forth the memories of the ancient summoners, and the slumbering essence of an elder primal. All the attendant knowledge and power shall be yours. Oh, gods, the pain! Ah, the bumbling summoner and her competent lackey make an appearance at last. You think to capture me? Fools, I have orchestrated your every move. You have grown much in the art, it is true, but through the wisdom of the Paragons, I now command the power of an Elder Primal. You made a deal with the Paragons, and you call us fools? The Ossians will never relinquish their hold on you. Small price to pay. You could but feel the strength that fills my entire being. It is indescribable. I will use this power to annihilate the beast tribes and put an end to their insufferable rituals once and for all. The primals will rise no more. Hear me, demon king of devouring flame, feed on my ever-burning anguish and be reborn. The culmination of my sacred duty is at hand. So, to beat the primals, okay. But first, there is one more soul crystal that must be mine. I will tolerate its wasted potential no longer. Oh, this is a really bad time to sneeze. Ah, shit. Ugh. Okay. Mitra, I need heals. Mitra, I need heals. Stop attacking Tristan and help me. Goliath. What is he doing? Oh, he's absorbing Goliaths. I don't think that's something that Summoner was ever able to do. I know that's something that Scholar is able to do to this day. One of their later abilities is they can eat the fairy to gain Aetherflow stacks. In case you really, really need some extra healing. I never find it particularly useful. Oh, an Onyx Claw. Limit break. Rotten meat. Another Onyx Claw. Okay, we killed him. By all the memories of Summoner's past, I should have been unstoppable. I will sear the disease of beastmen from the face of the land. Deprived of worshippers, the primal that tempered my weak-willed sibling will wither into oblivion. So, I see my order's records were accurate. Though it was buried deep in the archives, I but recently uncovered a report that described how you slew your own brother. He was corrupted during your ill-fated encounter with Ifrit, was he not? I imagine your superiors and the Immortal Flames thought it a mercy to conceal that inglorious detail. Once the soft-hearted fool had been tempered, there was no saving him, and thus I took it upon myself to expunge the stain of embarrassment. But my work is left undone. The primal, no, all primals must suffer for that insult. After I killed my brother, I found myself liberated, my vision clear. No deed was too vile if it promised to add the power I required. How can you not see? I am the Sword of Vengeance, and I shall wrest that soul crystal from your blasted corpse. Yeah, alright. I wonder what struck the first blow to his sanity, the despair at his brother's tempering, or guilt from slaying his own kin. It's ironic to think that, discounting the means, their purposes were fundamentally one and the same. A summoner employs the savagery of primals to conquer the primals themselves. Had Tristan approached us as an ally, we might have found ourselves aiding his cause. Alas, he chose to walk the path of bloodshed. Each vicious act must have pushed the man deeper into badness until, eventually, the lust for power and vengeance was all that drove him. The might of the primals carries with it a burden of responsibility and a measure of danger. I hope to never see you corrupted by the potent energies of wielding. It is time we return to Apkalu Falls. The Dark Summoner is no more. And I believe that is the last thing I have time for this evening. Got actually quite a lot done tonight in terms of class quests. I still need to do the Warrior Quest and catch up with the Thaumaturge quests and do the Pugilist Quests after I get Pugilist to 30, of course. But otherwise, it's looking pretty good for clearing these out. I really should unlock another class, but I don't want to tonight. Oh, how I would love to declare our troubles at an end, but I fear the Ossian with whom Tristan made his bargain is yet afoot. These so-called paragons prey upon men and women who are at their weakest, speaking hunting words to lead them down the road to destruction. In this manner, they seek to plunge the realm of Eorzea into chaos. It is reassuring to know that heroes like you exist to foil their never-ending schemes and foul plots. An outright war against the Ossians looms closer every day, or day by day. Thus, would I have you armor yourself with this last piece of Evoker's attire. It was discovered in the same dig site whence Tristan seized the Soul Crystal, and St. Coinax Find researchers, grateful for your actions in bringing the murderous summoner to justice, insisted that you complete your set. One can never be over-prepared when heading into battle against a Paragon. Wear it proudly, Miku. Speaking of preparations, were you aware of the deeper layer of power hidden within your avatars? A technique exists that allows you to tap into the full potential of your Edgy. You must have seen Tristan employing this ability. During the final battle with the Dark Summoner, you would have heard a whisper emanating from the Soul Crystal. Still your mind now, Miku, and you will hear the voices of the ancient summoners instructing you in the greatest achievement. The true power of the Edgy will be yours. Yep, Enkindle. Enkindle is an ability, like a trait. It's not a usable skill. And it just makes our things stronger. That's it. Yeah, also not a big fan of these gear pieces. Level 45 gear across the board, for the most part, looks pretty bad. But the level 50 gear on Summoner, I think, looks pretty nice, all things considered. God, we really should unlock Archer, but I don't want to go to 1230. Maybe I do, like, an extra stream at some point, like, next week. And during that stream, we unlock the last 2 quests, and we just catch up on job quests and level stuff, and hang out and chill. You know, I think Miku's earned a nice chill stream after the, after A Realm Reborn, has officially concluded. There is still more A Realm Reborn quests, but we have entered into the patch quests. The patch quests are... pretty boring, to be honest. They're not super interesting until the very end. But, you know, have to do them to get further in the story. With that, I think that's That's everything I got tonight. Yeah, okay. Good night, Miku. Okay, and with that, that's all I got for the evening. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. It was a great time, great stream. Had quite a lot to get done, and we did get actually most of it done. So that's insane to me. Next stream will be Lies of P on Thursday. And the stream after that will likely be Bayonetta on Friday. I am going to make the announcement now that I am attempting to get a group together to be able to run the Binding Coils of Bahamut Synced. That is the raid tier for A Realm Reborn, and it is very difficult, to say the least. It is the hardest piece of content that we will likely ever be attempting to clear on Miku. Currently, I have 2 slots filled. Currently, I'm planning on having Miku be Scholar for that event. So, you know, if you would like to attend as, like, a DPS or as a tank, hit up my Blue Sky, I suppose. I don't know if I have DMs open on Blue Sky. But let me know somehow. Otherwise, we're probably just going to use the Party Finder, and I'll be anonymizing everybody's names and such. Otherwise, yeah, that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great night, everybody.